Try playing the game of basketball without keeping score.
That's not fun.
How's that going? Well, my son plays hockey right now, right? And I go to my son's hockey games, and there's games where they keep score, and there's games where they don't. Well, as a parent, when your kids are out there skating and they're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and you've got this one goal over here and this one goal over here and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and at the end of the game, the score is a big question mark, that's stupid.
Yeah.
The kids don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's like a depressing game. Now, if we have a game where we say, we're playing, and this team they have 2 goals, and I've got 1 goal, and there's 30 seconds left in the game, I'm excited. I'm like, come on, we've got to score. Let's score.
Right.
Come on, I'm calling a timeout. Timeout.
Right.
Guys, here's the deal. We're going to pass the ball up to Schmitzky. Schmitzky's going to pass to Ludwig. Ludwig's going to pass it back to Orenson, and we're going to hit it for the game winner. Let's do it, right?
Yeah.
And then we get in there and we try. But if there's a game where there's nothing quantifiable,
nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Yeah. So I don't care if you own an assembly line, if you have a sales team, if people aren't rushing to get stuff done in the last quarter of a game, the last quarter of every workday, your system is terrible.
Do you do this just for a sales team or a production line? Can you do this for like customer service?
Production line. So like right now for Thrive, we're learning the system, so I'm not super intense on the quantifiables yet. But as we've refined the workflow, you have not even begun to see the intensity that I'll put into production speed too. Because once people know the system, it's fun. Because I'll put a carrot out there and I'll say, whoever can get 14 finished videos this week, I'll give you $1,000.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, are you kidding me? No, 14, whoever can do it, let's go.
Yeah.
That's how you roll.
I love it.
Everything else is a bunch of BS and hoo-ha.
What percentage of American business owners do you think are doing something like this?
Probably less than 10%.
Yeah.
I'd say 5%. Now, again, I've only done consulting with probably a couple hundred companies.
Yeah.
And I would say only 4 or 5 of them do this.
How long do you think it'll take to implement something like this?
Break every metric, every measurable, because remember, if it's not measurable, it's not manageable. Break every area that you want to see results in and break it into a quantifiable, and that's what you need to do. So as far as how long it'll take you, gosh, I would just say that per measurable area, it probably takes you an hour.
Okay.
Per measurable area, 1 hour.
So tell me this though, I can envision this, right? You come back to your team, hey, this is what we're doing. What is some, pushback that we can expect to hear from the employees?
If you're in the creative arts, people will say, well, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality.
Yeah.
If you're in engineering, people will say, well, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. Yeah. If you're in sales, it's not about the quality of the leads, boss. It's about it's not about the quantity, it's the quality of the leads I have.
And you're just like, shush, 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 shush.
If you're in the bakery industry, if you're making cakes, well, it's not about the number of cakes I make. And then you say, I had this conversation. I'll change the lady's name to Amy.
Okay.
But I worked with a bakery years ago, and I'm changing the lady's name to Amy, so we're not getting in trouble here. And I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Here's the deal. We have 6 wedding cakes to get done this week. Today is Thursday, and you've only made 1.
Yeah.
Whose wedding are you going to ruin? Well, but it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. Really?
Yeah.
There's 5 girls that won't get a wedding cake? Pull your head out of your area and begin to make cakes at a fast speed. Stop it.
Well, but then I feel like it's going to be so easy to identify those A players, right? Because those guys that eat up those bonuses, you're going to get so much more out of them.
If you do not offer quantifiable rewards, it's just not going to happen. You've got to have quantifiable accountability.
Yeah, well, that's the takeaway. I mean, you just got to sit down, set up the metrics, take the hours that's needed.
If you're watching this and you're not excited right now, I have done a poor job of communicating how awesome this is. But just one more example, okay? March Madness is going on right now.
Love it.
There are people, myself included, who tune into the last quarter of every game because we want to see whether Dayton is going to be able to beat such and such. Right. And we're down to the wire. We're like, and he shoots, and we're just like, and then the coach calls a timeout. okay, guys, we got to foul these people, put them on the line. We got to get the ball. We're going to see if we can get 2 last shots. Let's see if we can do it. It's this in NFL. If you watch a football game, they're trying to make one last field goal.
Yep.
It's that final push. Now, that is completely the opposite to my son's first hockey games where they didn't keep score.
Right.
It's the last 10 minutes of the game. People are like, well, I mean, is there any more hot chocolate, you think? Or no one's even caring because there's no point. Once they start keeping score,
right,
we start paying attention and we're excited for the young guys.
And I'll tell you right now, as somebody who's on your sales team, the atmosphere you've built is so fun. You got the big cowbell hanging from the ceiling.
Cowbell.
Every time we set an appointment, you got to bang the cowbell, you high-five people. You even have something set up where, you know, if you have an appointment and they miss the appointment, their fault, they missed the appointment, I can walk over and steal somebody's appointment.
Yeah.
It's just this competitive nature. We know how everybody's doing. It's so fun, and I get pumped up about it, and the rest of the team does too.